Listen to me. Before you try to lead anybody else, before you start telling people how they should live, before you start shouting goals and dreams from the rooftop, you gotta learn how to follow yourself first. Too many people out here talking about what they're gonna do, but when the alarm clock goes off, they hit snooze. Too many people saying they want success, but they don't even show up for their own life. You want to inspire somebody. You want to lead your family, your team, your community. Then the first person you better get in line is you. See, leadership doesn't start when somebody hands you a title or gives you permission. Leadership starts when you stop negotiating with your excuses. When you stop waiting for the right time, the right people, the right moment, and you just decide to move. You can't control everything out there, but you can control what happens in here, in your heart, in your habits, in your hustle. The problem is, most people want to fix what's around them instead of fixing what's within them. They're trying to change the world, but they haven't changed their own routine. You can't pour out what you haven't filled up. If you can't trust yourself, why should anybody else trust you? If you can't keep a promise you made to yourself, why should anybody believe your word? You said you'd wake up early. You said you'd go to the gym. You said you'd save money. You said you'd write that plan, study that skill, start that business, and you keep putting it off. Every time you break that promise, you weaken your own voice. You tell yourself, I don't believe me. You lose credibility with the one person that matters most, yourself. And when you don't believe in you, nothing you build can stand. You've got to learn how to follow your own instruction, even when nobody's watching, even when nobody's clapping. That's when the real work begins. The discipline you build in silence is what creates your power in public. Stop waiting for motivation. It's not coming every day. Motivation fades, but habits keep you alive. You've got to be willing to do it tired, to do it frustrated, to do it without recognition. You've got to tell yourself, I don't need applause, I need accountability. Because when you start showing up for yourself consistently, your reflection starts to change. You start to see somebody strong, somebody reliable, somebody who doesn't talk about it, they are about it. There's a certain kind of respect that comes from doing what you said you'd do, even when you don't feel like it. You walk different, you speak different, you carry a quiet confidence because you know. You didn't take shortcuts, you didn't fake it, you didn't skip steps. You earned it. That's the foundation of self-leadership. Nobody can take that from you. That's when your influence becomes real, because people can feel authenticity. They can tell when you've put in the work. You don't even have to announce it. Your consistency announces it for you. So stop looking for approval from the outside. Stop needing someone to recognize your potential before you move. You're waiting on a signal, but the signal's been green. Life's been waiting on you to commit. You can't lead others into discipline when you're still letting your distractions lead you. You can't expect loyalty when you don't even show loyalty to your own purpose. Every time you choose growth over comfort, you build credibility with your future self. Every time you do what's hard when it would have been easy to quit, you build a kind of leadership that doesn't require a title. It earns one. And I'm telling you right now, the world doesn't need more talkers, it needs more doers, people who lead by example, people who inspire not because they're perfect, but because they're consistent. You want to change your life. Lead yourself first. You want to impact others. Follow your own standard before you try to raise theirs. Because the truth is, you can't take people somewhere you haven't gone. You can't light a fire in others if yours keeps burning out. So today, make a decision, no more half commitments, no more broken promises. Learn to follow yourself with discipline, loyalty, and belief. Show up for your goals like your future depends on it, because it does. Let me tell you something powerful. Your life will only move in the direction your mind is pointed. You can work hard all you want, but if your mindset is stuck in fear, doubt, or negativity, you're running in circles. You can't think small and live big. You can't expect abundance while speaking lack. The problem isn't always what's happening around you, it's what's happening inside your head. You've been feeding your mind junk thoughts and wondering why your life feels heavy. You've been planting seeds of worry and expecting a harvest of peace. It doesn't work like that. You have to clean the garden of your mind if you want to grow something powerful. Every dream starts in your head long before it becomes reality, but some of you are letting your past rewrite your future every single day. You've convinced yourself that because you failed once, you'll always fail. You've replayed that moment of rejection so much that you don't even try anymore. You've built a home in doubt and called it protection. No, it's a prison. You can't build a new life while staying loyal to old pain. You've got to let go of those thoughts that tell you you're not enough, you're too late, or it's too hard. Every time you think small, you shrink your own potential. Every time you think scared, you stop your own movement. Your mindset is your GPS. If you type in fear, your life drives straight into hesitation. If you type in faith, it drives into progress. But you can't expect your mind to lead you right when you keep feeding it wrong. What are you listening to daily? Who are you surrounding yourself with? What are you reading? What are you watching? What are you repeating to yourself? Because your input becomes your output, you can't talk about growth when your conversations are full of gossip. You can't pray for peace when your habits create chaos. If you want your life to move different, your thoughts have to move different first. Some people wake up every day asking life for more but giving their mind less. They want blessings without preparation, success without focus, change without challenge. But growth doesn't come from wishing. Eyeing your about asterisk, BRAIN, contrast to asterisk, believe that better is possible. You have to retrain your thoughts like an athlete retrains their muscles. When that negative voice says, you can't do it, you've got to talk back. You've got to say, I can, I will, I must. When that doubt shows up whispering, you're not ready, you respond, I'm becoming ready. You've got to be louder than your limits. Because the moment your belief gets stronger than your fear, your future shifts. The mind is a battlefield. Every day, you're fighting thoughts that want to keep you average. Every day, something is trying to pull you back into comfort, into comparison, into compromise. But listen, your dreams don't live in comfort. They live on the other side of risk, on the other side of faith, on the other side of courage. You can't let fear be your coach. You can't let doubt write your plan. You have to decide that your mindset is not negotiable. Protect your peace. Guard your focus. Don't let temporary emotions make permanent decisions. You've got to start thinking like the person you're trying to become. Visualize that version of you focused, disciplined, confident, and then start acting like them now. Speak like them now. Move like them now. That's how transformation starts from the inside out. The world will always mirror what you believe about yourself. So if you keep believing you're not good enough, life will keep showing you reasons why. But when you start believing you are capable, chosen, and prepared, life starts aligning to that energy. The power's been in your mind the whole time. It's just been waiting on your permission to work. So from this moment on, refuse to think small. Refuse to let fear have the last word. Refuse to let yesterday's pain dictate tomorrow's promise. Your mindset is the foundation of your movement. Get your thinking right, and your life will follow. Everybody wants to be seen, but not everybody wants to do the work that earns the spotlight. We're living in a time where people want to broadcast success before they've built anything solid. They want followers before they've developed focus. They want recognition before they've put in repetition, and that's why so many start strong but finish weak, because they're performing for attention instead of preparing for purpose. You can't skip the process. You can't pretend the grind. What you build in private determines what stands in public. See, there's power in the unseen. The nights you stayed up studying, the mornings you pushed through fatigue, the sacrifices nobody clapped for, that's the foundation of greatness. Everybody loves the story once it's told, but nobody wants to write the hard chapters that come before it. The pain, the struggle, the grind, that's where your character is built. That's where you earn the right to be respected, not just recognized. Stop showing the world a highlight reel when the real you is still under construction. Be willing to disappear for a season. Be willing to build when nobody's looking, because silence is where real strength is formed. The problem is too many people are addicted to exposure. They want validation instead of verification. They want to be known for something before they've mastered anything. They chase views instead of value. But let me tell you something, real success doesn't come from being viral. It comes from being vital. What are you bringing to the table that changes lives, that improves people, that reflects growth? Because when you're working on yourself for real, it shows. You don't have to post progress. Progress posts itself through your actions, your energy, your excellence. Before you broadcast yourself, build yourself. Before you talk about leadership, learn what it takes to follow through. Before you inspire, make sure you've been through the fire. It's easy to talk motivation when everything's good, but can you still show up when life hits you hard? Can you still push when nobody's checking in, nobody's cheering, nobody's validating? That's the difference between people who look successful and people who are asterisk successful. One group performs for approval, the other prepares for destiny. One burns out fast, the other builds a legacy. You've got to be patient enough to let your roots grow before you reach for the sky. A tree doesn't brag about its roots, but those roots are what keep it standing when the storm hits. That's what preparation does. It gives you stability when life gets real. Don't rush the process because you're desperate to prove something. Let your growth speak for itself. Take time to learn, to fail, to rebuild. That's how you develop authenticity, and authenticity will always outlast hype. I know it's hard watching others shine while you're still in the shadows, but trust me, the light you're building in silence will shine brighter and longer than anything built on shortcuts. The ones who last aren't the ones who chase attention. They're the ones who chase mastery. Keep grinding when nobody's watching. Keep improving when nobody's clapping. Keep showing up when it feels like nothing's happening, because one day the results will speak so loud that you won't need to say a word. You've got to fall in love with the work, not the applause. You've got to be proud of your growth, not your likes. When you stop performing and start preparing, something shifts inside you. You start to move with purpose, not pressure. You start to care less about who's watching and more about who you're becoming. And when you reach that point, when your silence has built your substance, nothing can stop you. So don't just show the world your best moments. Build the moments that make you your best. Work when no one sees you. Grind when no one supports you. Grow when no one believes in you. Because when the world finally does see you, they'll realize you didn't just show up. You were being built for this the whole time. You will never change what you're not willing to own. That's the truth most people run from. Everybody wants growth, but nobody wants responsibility. It's easier to point fingers than to look in the mirror. It's easier to say, they didn't support me, than to admit I didn't stay consistent. It's easier to say life's not fair, than to accept I didn't prepare. But until you stop blaming the world for your position, you'll never find the power to change it. Growth starts when you stop explaining your excuses and start examining your effort. You've got to take ownership of your energy, your habits, your mindset, your decisions, because every single choice you've made has led you right here, good or bad. And that's not something to be ashamed of. It's something to wake up to. The moment you take responsibility, you take your power back. You stop being a victim of circumstance and start becoming the author of your story. Too many people are living life like passengers, complaining about where the car is going, but never grabbing the wheel. You can't drive your destiny from the back seat. The reason most people stay stuck isn't lack of opportunity, it's lack of ownership. They wait for someone to fix what they broke, to heal what they hurt, to build what they never started. But nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to care about your dream more than you. You have to make a decision. I'm done blaming. I'm done waiting. I'm done hiding behind excuses. Because the longer you protect your excuses, the longer they'll protect your limitations. You can't hold on to both your excuses and your potential. One of them has to go. Owning your life doesn't mean everything's your fault. It means everything's your responsibility. There's a difference. Some things happened to you that you couldn't control. People betrayed you, doors closed, life hit hard. But how you respond, that's yours to own. You can't control every event, but you can control your effort. You can't control what others say, but you can control what you believe. You can't control how long it takes, but you can control how long you keep pushing. Ownership is about refusing to let anything outside of you decide who you become inside. When you take responsibility, something shifts. You stop feeling powerless. You stop waiting for perfect conditions. You stop living on someday. You start saying, if it's going to be, it's on me. You stop looking for motivation and start creating discipline. You stop chasing comfort and start chasing purpose. Because responsibility builds strength, ownership builds growth. Every time you say, I got this, I can fix this, I'll figure it out, you strengthen the muscle that creates results. Let's be real, it's not easy. Taking ownership hurts at first. It exposes you. It forces you to admit that some of the pain in your life didn't come from enemies. It came from your own choices. But that's where freedom begins, because once you own it, you can change it. You can't change what you keep pretending isn't yours. Stop calling it bad luck when it's really bad habits. Stop calling it hate when it's really hesitation. Stop calling it destiny when it's really distraction. Be honest with yourself, brutally honest, because truth is the foundation of transformation. The people who grow aren't the ones who get it perfect, they're the ones who get it real. They stop making excuses and start making progress. They stop saying, I can't, and start asking, how can I? They take accountability for their mindset, their time, their effort, their results. And when life knocks them down, they don't complain, they analyze. They ask, what did I miss? What can I learn? What's next? That's ownership. That's growth, so I'm telling you right now, if you want a new level, stop blaming the old one. Stop waiting for better conditions, create better decisions. Stop pointing at the world, point at the mirror. Everything you want starts with you. The moment you take full ownership of your life, that's the moment your real power begins.